Hi everyone, I'm Sasha from Words4, and today we're going to be reading The Empty Pot by Demi. Thank you to Henry Holt and Company for publishing this great book. You know what's interesting about this book right here? It's an old Chinese folktale. Let's read to find out what it's all about. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all. And he tended to his own garden every day. Now, do you know what an emperor is? Awesome. An emperor is a ruler or a king. Now, it turns out that this emperor loved a lot of flowers. Now let's read on to find out some more. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. Do you know what a successor is? That's right. A successor is someone who will replace the emperor. So the emperor needed to choose someone to replace him. Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. That's odd. How do you think the flowers are going to choose who the replacement's going to be? Why don't we read to find out? The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. Do you know what a proclamation is? Wonderful. A proclamation is a big announcement. And in this case, the announcement was that all the children should come to the emperor's palace. There, at the palace, they would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne. So, whoever can plant and grow the best flower from the seeds that the emperor gave them will be the next emperor. This news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen as emperor, and all the children hoped they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he could grow the most beautiful flower. Ping filled the flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. Another 2 months he waited. Still, nothing happened. By and by, the whole year passed. Spring came, and all the children put their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. "Ping," he said, "you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine?" "I've grown lots of flowers better than yours," Ping said. "It's just this seed that won't grow." Ping's father overheard this and said, "You did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor." Holding the empty pot in his hands, Ping went straight away to the palace. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were! But the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot?" Ping started to cry and replied, "I planted the seed you gave me, and I watered it every day. But it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil, but still it didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today I had to bring an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do." When the emperor heard those words, a smile slowly spread over his face, and he put his arm around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, "I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know. For the seeds I gave you had all been cooked, so it was impossible for any of them to grow. I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth, and now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land." The end. So did you get the twist ending? The emperor gave everyone cooked seeds, so no one's seeds should have grown. But all the other kids came with flowers. But only Ping was honest enough to say that his flower hadn't grown. Now, do you know what's so important about that? Do you know what's so important about this book? That's right. It's honesty. Ping had the honesty and the courage to be able to come to the emperor and tell him the truth. And he was rewarded in the end for that, because he became the new emperor. So, do you know what happened to Ping's feelings throughout the book? Do you know how they changed? Well, I think that at first, Ping was super excited to have the seed and to grow the flowers, because he loved doing it. Then, Ping was worried because his seed wasn't growing. And then when he went to the emperor, Ping was ashamed. But because he was telling the truth, he was rewarded. So in the end, Ping was happy. Wonderful story, right? Well, thank you for joining us. Once again, my name is Sasha. It was great seeing you all again.